the drones related to the hardware systems, software systems, flight mission planning, and data collection, artificial intelligence, machine learning, how you are supposed to handle the obstacles, the environmental obstacles, or any other obstacles, or what are the problems which you could encounter in the surroundings when you're flying the drones, and what are the things which you can do to avoid those obstacles, and
Sorry for the interruption. So till date, we have listened to many great eminent speakers sessions with knowledgeable video sessions and the practical inputs, whatever we have given you from the farm, from the field, whatever the recorded video sessions were there, and all the software sessions which we had with the recordings of the screens, because the processing systems take time. So we had a very great training which has completely, we are at the edge of completing our training program successfully with many odds and events in the journey of this 20 days, and we are at the day 20 of our training session, and today is the third doubt clearing round. So before we start this session, I just want to tell you one thing. I had encountered many doubts regarding the subsidy schemes. Let me clear you one thing for everybody. The subsidy schemes which have been announced by the government, there are no applications still. There is no news for this getting the subsidies for FPOs or the organizations of CHCs or the cooperative societies of the farmers or the individual rural entrepreneurs or students. They are yet to be released. The subsidy applications for these individuals and organizations are yet to be released. And I request not to repeat this question, and even we are also at the phase of getting the applications and serving the community, but we are also, because it is a subsidy which is announced by the government, we being a private limited companies, I don't have any access to do that. So subsidies applications or the grant applications should be announced by the government. So we are supposed to wait for that, and it was announced in the this year budget, and we will be getting soon, I think. So I hope no participants will question me regarding this. I have already cleared the doubt. The subsidy applications are not yet released, and it will take some more time. So apart from this, we'll start with the questionnaire. So you people all know the rules and regulations of our doubt clearing section. You can put down the questions in the chat box. I'll be happy to discuss. If you have still more questions, you can request the host to unmute you. We can discuss over the sessions. Akash, which assistance or helpline contact number you are asking for getting the subsidies grant for the government or departments you are asking? All participants, the session is open for discussion. You can put down your questions in the chat box. Actually, many questions which were at the Akash, related to what? Which assistance or doubts you require, related to the training program or related to that subsidy schemes? Pratik, what are the dimensions of the drones after folding? It depends. It is not like the every particular company has different dimensions of the drones, right? So I can't give you a vague idea that how the dimensions will be. The measurements in some people give in meters also. That will differ depending upon your design capacity and the drone companies. Rajan, how can we get drone license? Rajan, can you be a bit more clear on your question? Is it for manufacturing or for pilot license? Subhrajit Bardhan, best software for using drones? As we have told you also, sir, in the sessions, it is Drone Deploy and Pix4D. You can still avail the Aviana softwares also for using the drones. Hope you are asking about the flight mission planning. In that case, if you are not asking about the processor and if you want about the flight mission planning, you can go along with Agri Assistance, or whenever you purchase your drones. Whenever you purchase your drones, that company itself will give you an inbuilt software. So no need to worry about the softwares. If it is processing, it's Drone Deploy or Pix4D we suggest you. Tushar Sharma, drone license for manufacturing or for pilot? Can you just be clear on that? Savik Ghosh will be sharing you those brochures of the offline courses. You can get back to us within 2 to 3 days. We'll be sharing you the offline course details. You can get back to us by that time. Our numbers are there in the brochures already, right? You can ping that numbers itself, Akash. Whatever the numbers we have mentioned in the brochure, you can do contact message. First round of message, I'm telling you, yesterday also I told you can call me anytime. It doesn't make any sense that you will call out of the timings like 9:30, 10 o'clock. The first and the foremost thing is message me. I'll surely respond. If I'm busy, I'll respond it after some time. So don't be in a position to call me after the working hours. Rajavardhan Gandal, you can use any number of sensors, whatever the PCB boards or the electronic systems that should be equipped with the amount of sensors you are supposed to use. In the PCB boards, we discussed the panel systems or the inserters, what we have at the edge should have be, for example, you are using 8 typical sensors, 8 different types of sensors. All the sensor connectors should be there on your flight controller. Then only it will be working. So you are supposed to take care of the electronic systems, the flight controllers, whenever you are using a sensors, that particular sensor connection should be there in your flight controller. Rajan Raj, the pilot license, as I have mentioned you, it will be given by the DGCA approved training centers. If you want the list of those training centers, you can log into Digital Sky platform website, which is a government website, where they have listed the training institutes where you can avail this pilot license. Dr. Ashish Patel, can drone sensor based soil analysis is more accurate than physical sample collection and analysis? Of course, sir, it is accurate, and we have got almost 95 to 96% similar results with the physical analysis and the multispectral data analysis. Rajan, for both manufacturing and pilot license, it is from the DGCA itself. You can log into the Digital Sky website where they'll have a list of queries or the particular things. If you want to start the manufacturing, you're supposed to get all those requirements and you're supposed to upload it in the platform. Pilot, as I told you, it will be from the approved organizations. Need reading materials about this drone certificate course. As I have mentioned you before itself, that you people will be getting it once the training sessions is done. Within 2 to 3 days of the training sessions are over, we'll be sending you all the materials and videos links. You can go through it. Prakash Singh, already I have answered the best software related to the queries on that question. May drone technology used in hilly conditions? Yes, Paramjeet Sajwan, drone technology readily can be used in hilly conditions and hilly regions. And first flight mission planning session, what I took was at the hilly conditions itself, planning at the forestry area itself. Mr. Shanu Kumar, I have already told that offline course details will be sharing it to you within a couple of days. So please stay tuned in the group. Yes, Sarita, we'll be sharing the PDFs and the video recordings for the sessions. Hope you will wait for a couple of days because we have one more day to go. We'll finish it and we'll be sharing you the PDFs. Drone pilot training, I have already told you. Samir Ahmad, the kilometer control of a drone depends on the capacity of the drone. For example, a 5 liters drone, a spraying drone can be controlled over 1 kilometer, whereas the crop monitoring drone can be controlled up to 3 kilometers. It depends on the capacities what you choose. Joshua, I have already highlighted regarding the pilot license. Pratik Velkar, I can't particularly tell you the dimensions of a fold after folding. It is a whenever you want to buy, you can get those details. Manual will be sharing. Don't ask repeated questions. Prakash Singh, I have already told you regarding the softwares for using the drones. Usually the flight mission planning softwares will be inbuilt along with the drones, whatever you buy. Or if you want your processing softwares, Drone Deploy is there, Pix4D is there. Another three top softwares also, AUGS is there, UGCS is there. Three more softwares also we have discussed in brief in the session. So once you get the video recordings, you can still go through it once again. Akash, can import of drones can be done like DJI? Can you just be clear with your question, Akash? What is this import of drones? What is like DJI? AG Bandhari, how much amount of water can drones spray in one flight? It is depending upon the payload, sir. If your payload is capable of carrying 5 liters, 10 liters, 25 liters, 16 liters, it will be able to spray the complete one payload in one flight. Vidushi Tripathi, ma'am, how can we use the drones in organic agriculture for applying organic inputs? Ms. Tripathi, organic inputs are nothing but your liquid fertilizers or pesticides you are speaking regarding that. You can easily use it because all the pesticides and the fertilizers, whatever we spray, will be in the liquid form. So you can clearly use the spraying drones for even organic agriculture also. Daneshwar Ingul, can I handle drone with mobile or separate screen required? You can handle the drones with mobiles, any Android system. Some applications are even iOS friendly, that your Apple friendly, or if you want a separate screen, that is your computers to handle it, you can still do it in your computers or laptops also. And I have mentioned that you can control your drone using your mobiles, tablets, laptops in the sessions itself. Hariom Singh, how can we use drone in field during abnormal conditions like weather, ma'am, please? Hariom Singh, all these abnormal conditions, extreme weather conditions, very cold temperatures, very high temperatures, desert areas, sandy areas, and snowy areas, we have completely discussed in the day 12 session, if I'm not wrong. So once we share the videos, you can clearly go through it and you can come back to us with the queries if you have. We have each and every point, what will be the fate of your drone, how to control it, how whether when you are supposed to increase the speed, when you are supposed to decrease your flight timings, or when you are supposed to have the battery backups. Everything we have discussed in detail. Dheeraj Jha, what is average GST of your sensor for Mikasense and what software you use for hyperspectral imaging? We use our own inbuilt software, sir, which is AI based. So we are not opting any other softwares. If you want, you can still adopt Drone Deploy or Pix4D for your trial and error. Prakash Singh, as I have answered your queries before itself related to this, can I fly drone in the rain? Of course you can fly. But what will be the consequences and what are the precautionary measures we have already taken? Dr. Debara Sethi, ma'am, which drones and sensors will be minimum required for crop and soil analysis and pesticide spraying? For pesticide spraying, we are not using any sensor-based drones, sir. For crop and soil analysis, we will be most of the times using multispectral systems, sensor drones. And as we have Aviana drones, which are equipped with multispectral sensors, hyperspectral sensors, and LiDAR sensors by the end of the training session. But by the tomorrow, I'll be sharing you the price list, our company catalog, and the catalog is readily available on the website. You can still go through it. And multispectral sensors, difference between the RGB sensors, multispectral sensors, hyperspectral sensors, we have clearly discussed 2 days before sessions. Akash, what about pricing of the drones? Which drone you are asking about the pricing? Pratik Valkar, ma'am, if the NDVI value is greater than it shows healthy plant or damaged plant, what is C? For example, as I told you, point 2 is there, it's diseased. Point 3 to 4 is there, it's stressed. Point 5 to 6 is there, it's healthier. The NDVI values will differ. I have clearly mentioned in the sessions, and if you clearly want to understand it once again, and if you clearly want the values to be interpreted once again, you can go through the videos, whatever I have shared. I have given you the ranges of the values here also. So if you're still not clear, you can still once again go through the sessions for a clear understanding, because the NDVI thing I have explained almost 15 to 20 minutes if I'm not wrong. Although, what is an autopilot? Is it Pixhawk? It can work up to 10 degree. So what about crop monitoring in Ladakh area? Although it's how many questions you have put in, can you just split the questions and ask me? What is the autopilot? That is a different topic. And is it Pixhawk? That is a different topic. So please be clear in your questions. Priyanka Sharma, yesterday only I have told you related to the subsidies for the students, it is 50% up to 5 lakhs. Mahalakshmi, ma'am, can we control weed growth through spraying weedicides with drones? Yes, of course you can control the weeds by spraying the weedicides using the spraying drones. Mr. Nandi, if there are trees in the middle of the field, how will the drone cover the whole land? So as I told you, obstacle sensors will be there, and if any issues are there, how to control the drones in this kind of situations, we have already discussed in the flight mission classes. If you are not clear, you can still go back to the classes and get back the complete idea. So Avik Ghosh, you will get the recordings of all the 21 days training sessions, so no need to worry. Rahul Patidar, I have clearly explained with a diagram with the working principle of infrared, near infrared situations where the absorption infrared wavelength and the reflectance infrared wavelength will be differing in the damaged and the healthy plants, based on which we will be analyzing the systems. If you're still not clear, you can go back to the video recordings what we'll be sharing, and you can get the things, because these and all are the topics which I explained for 10 to 15 minutes. Government also gives 75 subsidy on the DGC approved drones. Yes, they are giving. This is a doubt clearing session, Mr. Rajiv. This is not a personal marketing session. So you can close down your queries, what and all you're putting. Okay. Pratik Valko, can we surveillance crops like potato, groundnut as the fruits grown below the soil? Yes, of course you can analyze it. And what is the difference of the analysis report and what are the sensors you are supposed to use? We have already discussed in the sensor technology session. Joshua, ma'am, when will we get offline certificates? So, Mr. Joshua, tomorrow we are completing our training. If I'm not wrong, tomorrow we are completing our training and we are posting the certificates from day after tomorrow. So, you're with the Speed Post facility, so you'll be getting it soon. Yes, ma'am, you can use the values to calculate the plant height for carrying out your experiments. I have showed you an example how we are calculating the plant height also using LiDAR and the multispectral sensors, and what is also. Dhyaneshwar Ingol, requirement of formulation of insecticide for drones is different for same like normal spray pump. It is different. That's why the government has separately approved 445 pesticides or insecticides for the drone use with the formulation alert. Like this is the system while you're using the drones, this is the concentration you're supposed to make it, and the manufacturers are also putting the recommended quantities for the drone usage in the coming forward manufacturing products. Dr. Sandeep Agale, it should be given by the manufacturer. See, whatever the concentration we use till date, for example, whenever you take a fertilizer or a pesticide bag, it will be recommended that so and so quantity, 250 kgs, 60 kgs, you are supposed to spray or put it in 1 acre of land. Like that only, now they are coming up, the rules are coming up. Last week only the government has also approved most of the chemicals, most of the pesticides and fertilizers for the drone utilization. So in future, whatever you will be getting, the manufacturing bags will only be printed with the recommendations how to use the insecticides or weedicides or the pesticides for the drone utilization, because it is different. And we being individuals, we can't do R&D on each and every product in the market and put it down, right? So we can't give a vague calculation also. So it is the manufacturer's duty to give it. They will be printing it. Sushil Kumar, pilot licensing and the training syllabus I have already told you. And Digital Skype platform, you can go through it and you will be able to get the data there also. And the training syllabus will include your flight mission planning, obstacle avoidance, assembly and disassembly of the drones on spot, or to managing your toolkits, managing the technical errors of the drones, and whatever we discussed in the standard operating procedures. What are the things you are supposed to manage or take in handle in the field, in the farm? Everything will be taught to you in the pilot training. Ashish Singh, thank you for organizing such a great training session. Thank you so much for your positive comment. Dibharga Nandi, what can be done if I spray some part of a big land? I'm literally not understanding your question. What do you want to do? You want to spray a big land, or you have already made some blunder mistake in spraying the big land? Can you just be clear with your question and repost it? Priyanka Sharma, yesterday only I highlighted regarding the drone career opportunities wherever you can use this, because most of the companies are moving towards the agri-tech. And once you have this training, which is a very strong training and accredited with national and international bodies, you will be preferred, or your resume will have a value addition in front of the companies. Dr. Krishna Kumar, the flight mission is the one. You can even spray the 10,000 square feet of land, 20,000 square feet of land, half hectare, 25% of hectare, 10% of hectare. You can still do the trials on standing in one point. There is no such typical minimum land to be sprayed using the drone. It is the one which is left to the user. The farmer having half acre, 0.25 acres still are using the drones. Akash, for buying drones for irrigation purpose, can we get a brochure of pricing of different types of drones? I told you from in the beginning of the session itself that I will be sharing the pricing details, product catalogs, and the further things, features of the drones in the group in a couple of days. Please stay tuned in the groups. Jairam, ma'am, how can I get drone pilot opportunities? Do you mean job opportunities? See, now everybody are taking up drones. Every company, even we have the pilot requirements. Why we are giving the training? To hire them. So once you take our training in a offline pilot one, you will be hired by us itself. We have a very big projects which are going on. So you have plenty of opportunities as a drone pilot. Shirunisha, madam, what are the names of the drones we studied in this session? I can't recall because of the internet buffering in my area time to time. So Shirunisha, please hold on for a couple of days. We'll be sharing all the details of the drones, the companies, particular things whichever we have been where we for example, a few of the video sessions were on Avian, a few of the video sessions were on drone deploy drones, and everything we have. See, it is a training program which I have not made to market myself or my company. It is for the overall development. It is so I'm a trainee, I'm sharing you the knowledge. I'm supposed to share the knowledge of all the things which is happening in the market. This is not the one particular thing what I can market, the only mine. So almost all drones we have displayed, and almost all drones video sessions we have done. So you still, if you have any queries, you can go through the video sessions whatever have been there and get the things done. Rajan Raj, participants, I request you not to post repeated questions because you will be getting the training materials and the training videos in the coming couple of days. See, although there are different class of drones, as I told you, whenever you are utilizing at a high altitude where the pressure is very high and you are supposed to control the drones, there are different drones which are made for performing at various extreme conditions. The insulated ones in the rainy conditions, or in the aqua conditions, again the water insulation, and even in the solar insulation, like that. So it is not a normal thing, you can't work there. The Pixhawk or the something other, the normal drones can't work there. You are supposed to take the extreme drones. Quality and the properties of the drones should match your requirement. That's what I told you. Some people ask me in the day to doubt clearing session how to choose a drone when we go to buy. So you are supposed to be very clear in your objective, why I am buying the drone, then only you will be able to buy a correct drone. So if you really want to do it at this situations, you are supposed to ask the manufacturer that at this high altitude and at this conditions I'm gonna supposed to fly my drone, and what is the best one you can give, and what are the features I want to fly the drone in this conditions. Dr. Manti Venkataramalu, through crop monitoring, identified patches of plants can be sprayed or rectified by the drones. Yes, sir. This is called precision drone farming, where we'll be inserting the chips of the crop monitoring drones into the spraying drones, where it will be only be spraying to the patches of the identified pest or disease. Pritham Patil, as I told you yesterday itself, the FPO schemes and other schemes which are available, the custom hiring center scheme and the cooperative society farmer scheme, you can avail the subsidies under that particular schemes for a group of farmers. Radheshyam Sharma, sir, which is the cheapest DGCA approved drone pilot license agency? So there is no cheapest or the best or the costliest. It is the mandatory fees which is given by the government. So the institutions will be taking that particular fees itself. There is no lesser or higher fees. Aditya Rajan, I have already discussed regarding this offline training courses. Details I'll be sharing it to you in the coming days. Akash, after getting certificate for the plot, can it will be operated in all the states? Yes, your license for your vehicles or your particular two-wheelers is valid in all the states in India. Of course, your pilot license is also valid in any part of the country. Dr. Sandeep Agala, I have already told you this calculations or the recommendations should be given by the manufacturers, right? So please hold on till the manufacturers will give you the recommendations. And government has approved 455 pesticides and insecticides, and it is mandatory for a manufacturing company to print the drone recommendation dosages also. Achals, how can we use drone technology in mushroom cultivation? Yes, of course, you can use for monitoring, analysis. Dr. JP Makati, is sucking or eating insects infestations in crop diagnosed using drones? Yes, sir. Hope you have not understand the sensor technology part sessions. You can clearly identify any insect, any pest, and any disease in the plants. You will clearly get the principle why we can identify. Once again, you can go through the sensor technology section. Anamika Jain, areas of operation of Aviana in India and what services do we provide? So we operate in Andhra Pradesh, we operate in Karnataka, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and we are coming up in Odisha also. On many states, we are coming up. So, and the services provided by us is renting the drones, selling, and we are coming up with a franchisee model in the each district. Dr. K. Arnodayam, is it positive to spray any chemical or perennial crops like mango, guava, etc., where drone can move underneath the foliage? I think it is practically good for plantation like plants. Sir, I don't remember you have seen our day 3 or day 4 training session where I showed you how we are giving the sprays to the mango plantations. If we can, we are successful in doing that. Soham Naik, I have given the complete difference of this battery operated and diesel operated drones in the day second doubt clearing session itself, right? Bindu Bidushi Tripathi, suppose there will be wind during spray, then whether the drone speed will change, will it have any effect of spraying chemicals? See, what is the effect? How are you supposed to control it? We have already clearly discussed in the sessions of day 9, if I'm not wrong. After the first doubt clearing sessions, there were many clear-cut questions on this, and what are the environmental constraints and what are the precautionary measures you are supposed to take. Everything I have explained in detail. Dhyaneshwar Ingol, is there any reference to damaged crop at the time of flowering or decreased pollination due to air pressure? There is no such reference of damaged crop or damaging the flowering systems or the pollination system while doing the spraying. So if you still doubt, you can do the trial and error on that. Debarta Sethi, yes, sir, we do provide the drone pilot licensing with 100% job assurance. We are working on pan-India level and we are hiring the pilots at a large scale. So the offline course details, I'll be sharing it with you in a couple of days. You will get the information there. Kia Arnodam, I've already answered this question. Shirunisha, thank you for the reply. Pratik, welcome. How much you cost for spraying 1 acre of land using drones? It's 500 rupees. Soham Naik, it's not like offline. Usually we are doing at Bangalore and Andhra Pradesh as of now. That is Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. So if you have a group of stored analysis system, other sensor systems, other device systems, other robotic systems, and the drone system, and it is completely proven to be very accurate and precise when compared to other things. Dr. Pramod Jadhiyar, can we have collaborative demo PRGES with IAVN organization? Surely you can have it, sir. I'm posting my number now to you in the session chat box. You can do contact me for the further details and discussions. Yes, Kamini Kunda Sarita, you can easily use the same drone for spraying pesticide, fertilizer, and the irrigation, that is nothing but your water spraying. You can easily use it, but the cleaning systems, as we discussed during the standard operating procedures, should be very, very in the precautionary measure. Whenever you use a pesticide, you are not supposed to mix with the fertilizer, the payload tank, whatever is there, you are not supposed to mix, or the same payload or tank without cleansing, you're not supposed to use. You're not supposed to keep an eye in the cleaning systems. Joshua, as I told you, you can log into Digital Sky website because there are plenty of institutes and you will get the list of training institutions. Dhyaneshwar Ingol, once purchased drones, how many hours after any maintenance is required? If you don't use your drone for 1 year, there is no maintenance required. Depending upon your usage, you require the service. The Bhargav Nandi, can seeds be sown with the help of drones? If so, what kind of seeds can be sown? seeds are successfully sown using your spraying drones. The nozzle power, whatever you do, the nozzle adjustable nozzles or the nozzles, whatever you take for in the spraying rods, you are supposed to take care of that. So when your seed size is more, you are supposed to take the bigger nozzles and or the adjustable nozzles adjusted to the seed size. Dr. Manti Venkataramu, multi-purpose drones are available, that is for monitoring and spraying soil analysis. So usually we don't club this multi-purpose drones like spraying and monitoring, because the sensors, whatever we use in the crop monitoring drones, are very costlier. So will not be doing it, because once we club the sensors with the spraying drones, what will happen? There is a high chances of sensors getting damaged. The sensors getting damaged. There are very high chances of the sensors getting damaged in the spray when the sensors are embedded in the spraying drones. And for the crop monitoring analysis, you don't require that much battery capacities or the energy systems which we inbuilt in the spraying system. So there are many disadvantages when we combine this. So we have kept it separate. Samartha Barial, when will be the offline drone driving training schedules? Will there be, ma'am? Yes, it will be there. Just give me a couple of days time. I'll be allotting you with the systems. Radhesham Sharma, how drones can be used in agri warehousing during stock preservation. So if you're preserving the stock, you're supposed to monitor it all time, where the drones will come into picture, and you can successfully monitor it without any manual help or labor help. Savita PNT, what overlap should I use when using a drone to capture images? Is it possible to capture the image of seeds as then being the germinated inside the soil using a drone? So why do you want to check the germination rate of the seeds which are sown inside the soil? Savita, can you answer me this question? You can still analyze it, because the variation in the sensor images will be clearly visible when the seeds are started germinating. So, but I want to know, with my enthusiasm, with my interest, why do you want to analyze this germination part? Is it for your research and development purpose or for some commercial purpose? Dr. S.K. Goyal, what is the role of drones in food processing, the monitoring the things, or even checking the packing systems? And there are many, many applications in the food processing industry, and I have highlighted regarding this in the day 3 sessions, where I was speaking regarding the drones, basics of the drones, what are the types of the drones, and where are the applications of the drones apart from agriculture. And this training is completely focused on agriculture drones, so I'm not going in detail or in deeper in the food processing. Yes, there is a role which is played for monitoring surveillance in the food processing industries also. Dr. K. Anodhyam, now we can go for orchids with wide spacing, which can suit the movement of the drones. What about already existing orchids, ma'am? So already existing orchids, you are supposed to plan the flight mission in such a way that you are not disturbing the parallel orchids. Usually orchids will have some spacing between them. Minalasa Panda, is there any negative effect of drone on crop and environment? No, there are no negative effects as of now we have encountered. Dr. K. Arnodayam, I have already posted the number, so you can contact me or text me personally such that we can discuss what is your requirement and what can we do against that requirement. So we have a couple of questions in YouTube. Okay. Aarti, can you just check, is there any comments in the YouTube which we are supposed to solve?
I've already sent it to you.
Yeah.
Please check.
Apart from that, no, right? Fine.
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Akash, I wanted to ask about some sort of helpline number which we can contact or message to clear our doubts about buying of drones, maintenance of drones. Also can be approached for spraying pesticides, like which one doubts like this. So Akash, I have already posted my number. We are the manufacturers. You can do contact me readily anytime, but first circle of message is preferable. Then I'll surely call back once I have the time. Okay, I'll connect you with my technical team. Dr. Manti Venkataramulu, any sensors are available for weather predictions? Yes, sir. It is readily available. You can, what constraint you want to, like what particular properties you want in sensors, like you want to test the temperature, you want to test the moisture, you want to test the humidity. So you can do readily available with all the sensors. Sushmita Selvaras, as I told you, how much quantities of pesticides can we spray using drone at once? It depends on the drone capacity. If you have taken 5 liters of drone in a single battery system, you can spray twice or thrice. So it depends on the manufacturing, it depends on the battery capacity, it depends on the payload you choose. Dr. Pallavi, is there any simulated environment to practice drone flying? That is the normal conditions, the ideal conditions, whatever we have discussed in the day 9 session, that are the simulated or the preferable conditions to practice the drone flying. Saroj Kumar, ma'am, what is the highest flight of a drone? Like you're speaking about the altitude, if I'm not wrong. Usually our drones fly up to an altitude of 1 kilometer. Some of the crop monitoring and spraying drones will fly up to a altitude of 1 kilometer, and the crop monitoring drones will fly up to an altitude of 2.5 to 3 kilometers. So still, if you want, you can work on increasing the altitude, but for agriculture purposes, this altitude is more than enough for working. So if you feel, participants, if you feel any questions are unanswered, you can post it back to me. Dr. Kiranodem, I've already told you, we can still identify the hybrid varieties, the plants, everything. And in the forestry area, the drones are readily available to analyze all these things, the vegetation calculation, the wildlife monitoring and surveillance. You can do that. Akash, you want to buy. Please be clear that you what you want to do first. You want to manufacture the drones. You want to buy the drones, and please put a particular question related to that. Okay, I'll be happy to answer. Dr. Pallavi, what would you suggest the battery size for 1 hour flight time for less than 2 kgs of payload? Around 4,000 to 5,000 mega amperes for a crop monitoring drone if you want to completely fly for 1 hour. Saroj Kumar, what is the working capacity of a drone in a day? Okay, I'll give you and take an example. You people will ask, give a dilemma questions where I should take an example and answer. It's fine. So, in coming to the working capacity of a drone in a day, for a spraying drone, you can, on an average, you can do 100 acres of spray in a day. Pratik welcome, ma'am. Someone questioned me why farmers go for drone spraying as there are other options available with low price. So what will be your answer if somebody asks the question? I'll answer the gist or the brief of the whole training session if somebody asks me this question, Pratik. Because the advantages, whatever we see while using the drone spraying from other product spraying, I had given you a complete comparison report of costing, technology, labor problems, satellite imaging, everything in the technology. I had given you a comparison in the form of a costing. I had given you a comparison, case studies, many more. So I'll be answering a complete brief on this of this training program. If somebody questions me like this, I'll explain them what are the applications, what are the advantages. We save time, we save money, we save farmers' health. We infuse the technology which will give you a better harvest. We are saving the soil, we are saving the harvest, we are saving the crop. We are saving the more amount of pesticides entering into the soil, into the food chain. We are saving the environment, we are saving the consumer's health. Many applications are there. You can enlighten. Kapil Sagwalia, are you there in this complete whole 21 days training program? Seriously, Ma'am, drone is not affordable for small farmers. So if they want this, government helps for buying this. I have told you regarding the subsidy scheme and the service scheme or the rental scheme for the as a solution for the small and mid-scale farmers in India. Dr. Manti Venkataramlu, Aviana has any interest to collaborate with NGRUA Agriculture University? Of course, sir. We are opening Center of Excellence in Horti University, Gulbarga, and ITM University, and Yogi Vimana University in Kadapa. If you really want any of the collaborations or any of the working, you can still call me to my number. I'm reposting my number. You can do contact me for the further discussions on this. Okay, Dr. S.K. Goyal, I'm planning as a workshop on drones on Jan 23 at Banaras in the University Varanasi. Ma'am, would you come as an expert speaker? Sure. I have already posted my number, Dr. Goyal. You can contact me for the further things. Akash, you want to manufacture the drones, but at the first phase, at the 6:30 or 6:45, you want to buy the drones. Okay, fine. So it is possible, and most of the importing parts are banned, and it is very difficult for nowadays to get the imported parts. So what will happen with Aviana is we are planning the manufacturing facilities for all the parts of the drones, including the 3D printing, whatever we are doing for the propellers, rods, and the other plastic systems, and the electronic parts also we are planning. Electronic parts will be opening in a couple of months, and battery systems also we are planning. That is nothing but your lithium polymer batteries. Actually, yesterday I didn't get that much time to explain what we are doing and what we'll be doing. So it was just a time I got to complete the session. Where to get Indian-made multispectral cameras? Dr. Pallavi, you can contact me itself. We are working on that. I'll be able to help you to get this. Nandan Rajput, at flowering stage of crop, if we fly drones for spraying, maybe damage the crop or drop. So at flowering stage, why do you want to use drone? The analysis drone will never spoil your flowering systems. Drone will never make your fruits fly down, fall down. So what the spraying may damage, when you use a 25 liters of drone or 50 liters capacity of drone, it will completely damage the flowering. So we recommend using a 5 liters of drone in that case. Sumit Kumar, what happens when a drone get out of sight or range? So first and the foremost thing, the drone will not get out of your control, get out of the operator's control, because it is the one which is connected to your Android system and the GPS navigation system. But still, if it get out of sight or out of range, usually, we being the manufacturers from past 2 to 3 years, we haven't encountered this out of sight or a moving out of range. So if any errors happen, answering your question, if any errors happen like that, the operator should be able to go towards it, because once you lost the GPS navigation system signal itself between your drone and the Android mobile, what you're using to control it, then only it will move out of the sight or out of the range or move out of the directions what you have given. So you're supposed to move towards it. Try to connect your Android mobile or a tablet or a laptop, whatever you're using to control it, such that once you connect your GPS navigation system with the drones, you will be able to control it. Application of drone in agriculture warehousing during stock preservation not elaborated during the session. Sir, I have elaborated it. I told you you want the monitoring of the food what you have, the crop or the harvest, whatever you have preserved, and you want to check the health, you want to check the viability of it, whether it is spoiled or whether it has been at a healthy stage, and whether if you want like rotten you want to remove. So drones can help you in this constraint, in this point of view, where you can choose the healthier ones and remove the rotten ones, because each and going to each and every basket or going to each and every rack and checking is difficult. So whenever you infuse a crop monitoring drone into this or a sensor based drone into this, it will be easily able to analyze your preservations or the warehousing stock, whatever it is there, and it will be giving you the inventory systems, inventory management system, how much is there and what will be the other things you are supposed to, depending upon the requirement, like for example, your whole basket or whole of your harvest, whichever you kept in a row, has been rotten. It will alert you that it is rotten and you are supposed to remove it. So manual labor will be reduced in that case. Your time will be saved. Okay. Pratik Valkar, how many unit of electricity is consumed by battery at a 10-liter spraying drone? So in 10-liter spraying drone, you will use 16,000 mega amperes battery of twice a pair, like almost 32,000 mega amperes of battery. For one charge, it will be taking around 30 to 32 units. Saraj Kumar, ma'am, in India, majority of the farmers, small and marginal farmers and farmers adopt agroforestry. So in that case, many obstacles is their field. So what we do for the use of the drones? So why we do inbuilt the drones with obstacle sensors? Why we plan the mission depending upon the, I have mentioned it around 12 to 15 times. Whenever you encounter these kind of forestry environment or the trees in middle of the farms, you're supposed to do the flight planning according to it. The flight mission planning, why we say the pilot training is required, a skilled operator is required, is because of this. Whenever you encounter any obstacle or whenever you are supposed to plan something in the field with all these constraints, he will be trained. So the training is very important to make the mission planning with this kind of obstacles, and the solution is nothing but your flight mission planning will be according to the obstacles in the field. 5 liters, 101, 10, 15, 20, 25 liters. Okay, so you have clubbed. Okay. Its capacity of drones are separate, or we can adjust with one drone? No, sir, because the whatever the inbuilt systems are there, your battery capacity or the wing capacity, the propeller designing, I mean, the capacity of the propellers, the capacity of the motors, capacity of your payload, depending upon your payload capacity, the energy required, the battery systems will be completely different. The designing is different, so you can't alter it according to your payload system. You can't just put 10 liters or 25 liters in a 5-liter drone, because the efficiency will not be same. And you may encounter unexpected accidents in this case. Radhesham Sharma, hope your query was answered regarding the stock preservation and the systems. So we are at the last day of our doubt clearing session. Participants, you can put down your queries or questions, whichever you feel which was unanswered in the doubt day 1 or day 2 doubt clearing sessions. Or if you have any queries, you can put down. Still, we have another 15 more minutes to go. 15 to 20 more minutes to go. So they are built in a form. You can't put a 500 mega amperes of battery in your 2000 mega amperes of battery systems in your mobiles. So please don't expect the changes in the drone also, because it is also an electronic device at the end of the day. And if you alter, the systems will be different. The most of the capacity, for example, your phone is prepared to function at 500 mega amperes of battery, and you can't put in 2000 mega amperes of battery inside it. Like that itself, one of your phone having 2000 mega amperes of battery, you cannot put it in a 500 mega amperes of battery. So please keep this in mind. Dr. Pallavi, drone is an expensive affair. How to take care of the finances involved after crash? That is what pre-agreement should be made with the buyer. Okay, I'll give you an example. Car is also more expensive than a drone, right? So what will be the pre-agreement which you will be making along with the buyer? You are supposed to buying a Volkswagen car, and what is the agreement you are going to do with the buyer? You're not going to take any agreement with the buyer, right? You will be claiming the insurance. So there are drone insurances which are available. You can take it at the time of buying, which will be helpful for you at the unexpected accidents or the crashes. That's why I have mentioned this is also an unmanned aerial vehicle like your mobile cars and your bikes. Samir Ahmad, ma'am, in abnormal weather conditions such as snow falling, can you use the drones? Yes, we can readily use the drones in this kind of in environments or any environmental constraints, but your battery capacities will not be same. It will be completely reduced, and you will not get the required battery capacity at this case. And where there are many chances of losing the GPS navigation system with your drone and the mobiles. And there are high-end drones which you really want to do some analysis in the snowfall or in extreme conditions, you can adopt that. And these conditions and these precautions or these what will be the cases or the chances of damaging your drone at these these extreme weather conditions I have already discussed in the day 9 session. So if you really want to get back, you can still go ahead with that. You can again get back to the video sessions. Once we share the video recordings, you can go back to it and you can listen to it. What will be the systems issues once you fly the drone in your snow falling conditions? Because I explained this for 10 minutes. Tushar Sharma, I want an offline course of drone training with a collaboration of ITM University Gwalior. Yes, we will be planning this. But Tushar Sharma, I'll just give you a particular suggestion. If I'm not peeping into so personal discussions, but I'll give you a suggestion. This is not the way you request an offline course. You can question me like, ma'am, are you planning or are you planning a course in the ITM University Gwalior? Because this is not the one which I'll be planning for individual or not for an individual college, right? Aditya Ranjan, ma'am, how much time to make one drone? So if your time to making one drone is random, I can't tell you 1 or 2 days. Once you, for example, you get the PCB boards, all PCB boards are there. All PCB boards are there and you don't get the rods. It will take time. And all the rods are there, all the systems are there, you will not get the flight controller. So it is not like estimated time is there, depending upon the conditions, whatever is there at the manufacturing unit, you are supposed to plan according to that, Aditya. Pratik, welcome. Ma'am, if I cost 500 rupees to farmer, then what will be my profit after cutting all the charges like charging cost, maintenance charge, which ever incurred by me? It will be 200. Dr. Manti Venkataramalu, for chili, paddy, cotton, mango, which capacity of drones are suitable? Sir, all the capacity of drones are suitable. If your farm is very small, you can work with 5 liters. But if you have 50 to 60 liters of plantations, you can adopt the maximum capacity of the drones. Dr. Pallavi, I'm from private university. What chance do I have to get funds from the government for prototype making of the drone for agriculture applications? Dr. Pallavi, I'll tell you one thing. All these grants or the subsidy applications are there for buying the drones. For the universities, for the state and central agriculture universities, ICR granted bodies and whatever the students, rural entrepreneurs, farmers, the FPOs, FCOs, or cooperative societies of the farmers or CHCs, it is only for buying the drone. If you really want the funds for manufacturing the drone or making the prototype, you can opt the DST funds, that is Department of Science and Technology funds, or BIRAC. BIRAC will be giving you the funds every 6 months often. That is a big grant what you will be getting. You can put down the applications there where you will be getting up to 50 lakhs of grants. That is the BIRAC grant. Or usually the DBT and DST will be calling for this grants especially for the drone applications along with the ITBT departments, that is the electronics department. You can have a clear look on this departments, and SERB also will be calling for the applications. You can apply for that in that category too for developing the prototype. Dr. Ankush Sharma, dear Tushar will do the needful as earliest whatever you are saying. Priyanka Sharma, thank you so much for MS and Aviana team for arranging amazing online training program. Thank you for a comment, Priyanka. Dr. Debarta CT, what will be the minimum cost of drone with multispectral camera for crop monitoring? Sir, I'll be giving you the Aviana costing for this. That is around 4.5 lakhs, and other companies, these same drones will be costing you around 10 lakhs, and none of the Indian manufacturers are there, and DJI or other systems are there where it will be costing around 12 to 15 lakhs. And other manufacturers who are there, they are not making in India, they're just buying and giving the service. Dr. Manti Venkatamlu, Aviana will process the applications for subsidy if we buy from the Aviana. Sir, I'll process the application, but the application is not yet still available in any of the government portal. If it is available tomorrow, if you apply it, I'll make sure that I'll process it tomorrow itself. But the government portals are not leaving the applications for the subsidies. Every day I'll be getting 8 to 9 calls all time asking me that where is the subsidy application, any update regarding that, ma'am. But there is no update from the government, because subsidies are not given by the MNCs or private limited companies like us. It is given by the government. So we are supposed to wait for their application to get it out. So if it is readily available tomorrow morning or it is readily available today night itself, I'll be happy to process it now itself. And that's why I mentioned you in the beginning of the session itself, we don't have any subsidy applications. It is from the government. They should release it. If they release tomorrow, it is very happy news for us also as a manufacturers. You also as a buyers, I'm ready to process it tomorrow itself. So we are still left with 10 to 15 minutes more time. You participants can still post your questions or queries, because this is the last doubt clearing session, whatever we are doing. So because in the day one session, we had plenty of questions, and where I left many unanswered questions, because it will be answered in the coming sessions, as I told you. And I was successful in making that arrangements with the speaker, that all the doubts were cleared with your from your end. And in the day two doubt clearing session also, we had a couple of questions related to sensor technology and analysis systems, which was answered in the third half of the training program. So most of your doubts are cleared. That's why today many doubts have been not there. Dr. Pallavi, as I told you, just give me a couple of days time. Today only I'm ending the training session now. So just give me a couple of days time. I'll be updating you on the offline training programs, pilot training, pricing of our drones, our services, everything in a couple of days in the groups where you have placed. And I'll be updating. Our website is updated. You can go through the website also once again. So you can stay tuned in the WhatsApp groups wherever you are there. We'll be updating it to you in the coming couple of days. Dr. Manti Venkataramalu, send farmer contacts who are using drones in India. Sir, there are plenty of farmers who are using drones in India. You can check your local community, or you can check the FPOs who are in your connect. They'll be helping you to get the contacts. Samarth Budilal, this is the second time I'm telling you we'll be sharing the recordings of the sessions and things. For example, the folders or the PDFs, whichever have been in the related to the training in a couple of days. Please hold on till that. License and Laws Acts, please, I have already discussed in the standard operating procedures session. I'll be sharing you that document also. You can go through that. Welcome, Pallavi. Saroj Kumar, ma'am is in the cool season crop and the rabi crops. In that time, visibility is very less. So in that time, what we do for using a drone in that season? See, Saroj Kumar, our drones, for example, the crop monitoring drones will be an issue in this case, according to you. But our sensor cameras are so clear and capturing the data in that time also. So no problem in that. Samir Ahmad, ma'am, how many time taken to a powerful drone to sensing at 5 km of land? Sami, please be clear of your question. I'm not getting it. How many time? What is that? A part of question is different. A part of question is different. I'm not able to get the things. Sir, it is the in data of a company. I can't share it openly in a public training session. We have a list of farmers who are utilizing, we have many farmers who are utilizing, who are in connect with us. It is the database of our company. I can't share it with you or anybody else. So if you really want to get this data, you can contact the FPOs who are in local. They'll be helping you to get the farmers list, whoever it is working. So we have 10 more minutes, participants. You can, the session is open for questions. And this is the last day where you can openly speak or where you can happily ask or clear your queries. Sir, I have already told you the feedback in the case studies. We have discussed more than 5 to 6 case studies. I only as a speaker discussed more than 5 to 6 case studies, and the feedback from the farmers is already readily available on our website also. You can go through that. The feedbacks have been publicly displayed, but asking the contact numbers of the farmers who are working with us is not a right thing, I guess, according to me. And this is the data what we have as a company. It is our data bank. So I can't disclose it to you in a public place, or I don't want to disclose it to some other person, whoever is asking the data of the farmers who are working with us. If you really want the feedback, it is already readily available in the website. You can go through it. We have even displayed the case studies also. Dr. Raski Goyal, Vanasi, so tomorrow after the session, after the valedictory section, you will be sent a feedback form. Once you send the feedback form, your e-certificates will reach you in 1 or 2 days, and the hard copies will take time according to the postal things. Dr. Pramod Adiyar, during whole training, very nicely delivered lecture, especially by you, madam, from which field you are as an expert. Dr. Pramod, as I told you, I'm a molecular biologist from my master's background. But during this project, I learned so much of technicals from the basics. In related to the sensor technology, in related to the electronics building, but because it was need of time, in Aviana, what we are doing at present, we started the manufacturing of the drones. Now we are shifting into manufacturing of the electronic parts and the lithium polymer batteries and the low cost sensors for the agriculture drone purposes. So it was the time need for me to learn all the basics of all these industries, including the electronic sensors, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. But by study, by my master's, I am a molecular biologist, MS in molecular biology. So thank you for all your positive comments. Thank you, Pramod sir. Dr. Pallavi, I have told you already regarding the megapixel camera for the crop monitoring drones. It will be around 35 to 40, depending upon your capacity of the drone you're using and the amount you invest on the cameras. If you want further queries, as I told you, we are working on the developing of the low cost sensor based cameras for the agriculture drone purpose. You can get back to me on that personal note. B. Rajeshwari Reddy, how can we control drone spraying, that is the nematicides to control nematodes, which will be in fact as a base of the plant and below the soil surface, mainly in the roots. Even the nematicides we do spray with the drones, and we have seen the successful control of the nematicides, whether they are at the base of the plant or at the below of the surface. We have seen the successful controlling of the nematodes in this case farm. Samir Ahmed, tomorrow will be the last day of our trainings. Yes, tomorrow will be the last day of our training according to the schedule. So hope the participants will be happy for completing the training successfully. And we being the organizers and the organizations, two organizations collaborated successfully to make this event a very great success and to transfer the knowledge to the students. And we are also happy to complete this training tomorrow. Dr. Debarta Sethi, I'm not a microbiologist, I'm a molecular biologist. Thank you for all your positive comments and support. And I literally apologize for the technical issues what we encountered in 1 or 2 sessions. That was rectified in the further sessions. But as being the organizations, we made sure that 100 to 200% we are giving to our participants. But still, as it is online, there were some uncontrolled situations where we encountered some technical issues. We literally apologize for all those things. Dr. Devansiti, it's not me turning into, but it was on the time need that I was supposed to learn all these things. I can't depend or rely on my team members. If somebody is not there, I'm supposed to handle all the things as a founder. So it was time need for me to learn all the things. So we have 5 more minutes. If any doubts are left, if any questions are unanswered, you are really welcome to post it. Myself, Vishnu Priya. I'm from Bangalore, Karnataka. Our foundation, Eviana HV Bioscience, is also located in Bangalore, and I'm a MS molecular biologist. Karthik, ma'am, we feel very grateful from getting knowledge from you about the drones. My question is, what is your experience with us? How do you feel by guiding us? See, Pratik Velkar, I am very happy to interact with students always. Because once I shifted to industry after my college, it was completely a different scenario. I worked with the people who are really elder to me, who are expertised advisors. I have hired the people who have completed their PhDs, PDFs, who are really experienced, who are retired IITians. You people who would have heard about the IIT Foundation, right? So the IIT Foundation head, the founder is one of our advisory team. So I have worked with most of the elderly persons with in the practical scenarios after entering into the industry. But all time when I do this training sessions or when somebody invites me as a guest speaker to the colleges, and even my own college where I did my degree, they have invited me as a guest speaker to motivate the students related to the entrepreneurship this weekend. So that is how the success I'm calculating. But whenever I interact with the students, I really feel happy because I'll be sharing the knowledge and my experience, whatever has been dealt from the day one. Dr. Sandeep Masai, madam, please, SWOT analysis. If I'm not wrong, it's SWOT. Strengths, weakness, threats, and opportunities of the drone technology. So it depends on the place. Karnataka, the SWOT is different. Maharashtra SWOT is different. So you can analyze according to the systems. All the data is available in the market in the Google. Dr. Pallavi, do you have published research papers on this topic? Dr. Pallavi, actually, we are under patents and copyrights for most of our technologies. So we'll be not publishing the research articles or papers because we don't want to end at a one topic or one objective. So, and most of the times the private limited or the multinational companies like us, we don't rely or depend on publishing the research articles. Dr. Syed Ansar, what is the role of drone in mushroom production? I have already told you, sir, the monitoring of the mushrooms, because mushrooms are also prone for fungal infections, pest infections. So that time you can readily monitor the mushrooms using the drones when you have larger plantations. So thank you, students. Thank you, participants, for all your cooperations. Though we had technical errors in 1 or 2 sessions, you were very cooperative in all the sessions. Thank you so much. Samad Budila, it is in Bangalore. The manufacturing unit for drone and the office or the working place is at Bangalore of Karnataka. So there are a couple of minutes where you can post your questions, or else we can end down the session. Thank you so much for all your support, participants, from all the 21 days training program. Without your support and your coordination, this wouldn't have been a successful training program at all. So we literally apologize for all the technical issues or the errors, whatever we have made and we have encountered, because as it is an online program, we completely try to make it very, very interactive with the video sessions, PPT sessions, because why we haven't kept this doubt clearing sessions at the end of the sessions is like it won't be clear. For example, the speaker who has come will take 1 hour, 1.5 hours of lecture. So you will not be able to clear your doubts, whatever is there on the topic. So we have specially kept the doubt clearing, 3 doubt clearing sessions to clear all your doubts, and hope I was successful in clearing all your doubts in the 3 doubt clearing sessions. Whatever the unanswered questions were there from day 1. So at the day 20th, I'm successful in clearing all your doubts and queries. According to me, if anything is left, you are really welcome to text me anytime. First round of message or communication will be a WhatsApp message. I'll be ready to reply you in a WhatsApp message, because if I'm in a meeting or if I'm doing work also, I'm very comfortable in replying to your WhatsApp message, or I'm posting my mail address also. You can still put me a mail anytime, but mail reply will be in late. WhatsApp message will be appreciable all time before calling me. And I encountered the calls after 10:30, which is not recommendable. If you call me also, I'll not be picking the calls. Thank you for all your positive responses on the training sessions, and whatever the queries or questions you have, you can you feel free to please contact us on mails or WhatsApp numbers. So as I told you, the first round of communications would be the WhatsApp message always. So all your certificates will be posted once the training session is over tomorrow, and once you fill the feedback forms, that will be e-certificates will be reaching it to you in a couple of days. And whatever the other queries are left, you can get back to us on any time. We'll be happy to support you, mentor you, or guide you for other things. And related to the offline or other sessions, you will be getting the data in a couple of days, along with the product details of Aviana and the catalog and the other things. You will be getting all the details. So if you people are okay with the sessions and no doubts are left for today, we can end down the session for tomorrow. Aarti, there are no questions in YouTube also, right, in the comment box?
Yes, ma'am.
So we can end the session for today.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this wonderful session. And thank you everyone for your kind support and cooperation. Thanks everyone. You may leave now.